Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcoring Guides bringing you my guide for Splatterhouse on Brutal Mode difficulty, and today we're doing Phase 4, which is entitled The Meat Factory. And first thing we have to do is break down this wall and open it up. And of course Rick does his little commentary there about it. And then we're going to head off, get ourselves a 2x4. Of course you're going to want this weapon because, well, when you see a weapon in this game it's pretty obvious that you need to pick it up because weapons do, obviously, a ton of damage. And of course, there's some bookworms back here. Don't forget about these little guys. And then we're going to carry on. There's going to be some more bookworms coming up through this hallway. I do love this camera view, though. It really is kind of inciting. Or, no, I don't know what word I'm using there. I'm trying to think of a word, but I can't even think of one. Enticing, I think that's what I meant to say. Yeah, I meant to say enticing. I'm just an idiot. And then we're going to come in this room. We're going to be attacked by a bunch of more Homini little bastard creatures, little midget idiots. And of course, the first thing I did is I made the blue guy. Okay, you know, okay, so there's this thing. I call them bloogers. Okay, I don't know if I've ever told anybody this yet. If I ever talked about this in like a previous video or not yet. But I like to call them bloogers. I don't know why. They're just blue, and it sounds funny, I guess. But okay, we're gonna call them that from now on. So just attack the blooger, and then afterwards, just keep making them your priority, and then of course just every once in a while keep hitting the other enemies that we have to deal with here. My weapon did break, of course, but they give you another weapon just in case because they know that this is going to be one of those, not really horde mode, but it's going to be one of those kind of survival arena fights going on here. Even though there is an arena mode in this game that you can play and you can unlock your abilities and get more blood faster that way, it's just this one I consider as just a little small arena fight. And now we have a crap load of blood. Is that 13,000 right there? 1,300? And they give you a hatchet right here, and there's going to be one of the bloogers that spawns in. So kill him. He's only one, and then you kill this little guy right here. And it's just free blood, basically. Now I want to make mention I've died, I think, twice in this entire chapter. And there's our new little friend coming up. If I'm correct, I think they're called Abors. I think that's what their names are called. And yeah, the next mini boss we have to take out is called the Beast. It's just called Beast. That's it. I know those names. They don't actually tell you their names because they don't really have a distinctive particular ability. Kind of like Igus or a Terratoid. These guys are just here to be here. And of course, we got some zombies we got to take out. And so I took them all out, and I picked up the hatchet because my 2x4 is about to break. We open up this door, and of course, more free blood because you get a free kill on it. There is actually going to be a boss in this phase, so I'm going to be trying to... Well, I tried to make it to where the music would play for you guys to enjoy it while I fight him, but then I just said, you know what? This is a guide. This is not a let's play. I'm not trying to showcase the music here. I'm trying to, play this game the way I'm supposed to be playing it, kicking this thing's ass. So this is the Abor. It has a lot of different pattern attacks. Just learn them. Get used to it because he's got a lot of these heavy slam attacks. That's kind of what this creature's more like. It's kind of more like a tanky kind of creature. As you noticed, I took off I think half of its health when I did my heavy attack for the hatchet. And now this is a spider kill, which I want to show off all the spider kills that I can. This one's pretty cool because like you jump on top of his head. And then you rip his head out, and you actually can use his head as a weapon, kind of like the Terratoid, where you rip his head off, you can use it, or kind of like the Igus, where you rip out its eye, and you can use that as a throwing weapon as well. Except the thing about the Terratoid is his head can be used as a non-throwable weapon. He's the only person with a head that can't be thrown. Which is kind of a little interesting detail I just want to throw out there just for you guys. But, oh yeah, there's our first sign of the boss. He's coming up. If you guys know who that is, which... you may or may not, if you played the original Splatterhouse. His name is the Biggie Man, as they call him. And he's a pain in the ass from the first game, and I know that for a fact. So right here, I upgrade my Berserk. And I get some health upgrade too, because, why not? And then I upgrade my head tossing ability to make it even stronger. To do more damage, basically. And then I get this pummel attack, which I will show off. The pummel attack, you dash, and then you hit circle. And the funny thing is, right before this cutscene started, I threw the head at one of the little minions right there, and it killed him right in the cutscene, so I thought it was kind of funny. As you noticed, I still haven't got the rapid punch attack yet because I mentioned this before. I believe I did. I did. I'm not gonna get it until maybe later in the game, or maybe not even at all, because I just feel like the rapid attack takes away from the action a little bit. I mean, yeah, you're basically mashing the button over and over and over again until you basically kill something. There's actually an ability that lets you mash the button until the thing just completely dies, and then you just rip it off. But then you kill it that way after you get done with your pummeling. I just don't like that ability. I just like having that ability to where I can just go from 1, 2, 3, and then into my 4th punch. The thing is, you have to do like the rapid punch, and then you go into the 4th punch, which kind of irritates me a little bit. Just saying. But right now, well, what I was going to do, actually what I did before I started playing this, I went back and played some Metal Gear Rising for a little bit, so I can get that last health upgrade I wanted. I did beat Revengeance mode, I think last month or a couple months ago. Whenever I did beat it, and it was definitely fun. So obviously, in my about section, I do want to do Metal Gear Rising Revengeance on Revengeance difficulty, and I don't know if I'm gonna be doing S rank modes yet because I'm not particularly good at. I've not even attempted to do S rank yet. Well, I have every once in a while, but I want to get that achievement for myself, and then if I get good enough to where I learn the game. And I learned the patterns and all that stuff, and I get everything down, then I might just do it. Maybe. I'll think about it. But as far as I know, I want to do Revengeance mode because I thought it was kind of tough, and I wanted to show people that I can do it. I actually got lucky right here. There's a furnace right in front of you, and they give you a weapon, and as you noticed, right before I left, the thing went off. Oh yeah, I also have my other mask on. I think I'm wearing the Dia de los Muertos mask. Or no, I'm wearing the skull mask, right? Because this is chapter 4. Yes, I think I'm wearing the skull mask. Then I actually went in and I bought 2 more masks. I bought the other 2 masks because I didn't have them. They were like $1. I'm like, you know what? I'll just buy them just for my guide, just for fun. So right here, I dropped the weapon because these Homini are easily killable. I mean, yeah, you can use the hatchet to kill them off. You know, you can spill more blood, get more necro that way. I just don't feel any reason to because they're already easy enough to kill as is. And there's going to be some other little spiked enemies coming up later. And so I just kind of wanted to leave the hatchet for them, or a cleaver. I think it's technically a hatchet. I don't think there's really any difference. I don't think so. Well, of course they started coming in here and I just was like, you know what, die. And then it's going to spawn even more Homini and then we're going to kill them off. But yeah, right now I've been trying to work my way on getting Metal Gear Rising's all the S ranks for the game. You know, get all the ranked fights done, because some fights are ranked, some aren't. And that's why I'm watching my main man, Big Benedict. I'm trying to watch him and get his advice on how to basically beat the game. Well, not beat the game, but get the S ranks. That's what I want. I want to get that trophy. Not really to show off. I just love getting trophies. I'm just a trophy whore, in a sense. But here's the pummel attack, and I'm doing the square ability. It's quicker, and I think it's more efficient if you do square. Actually, no, I think it's more efficient if you do the triangle move instead, because you kill them off a little quicker than your light attack, which is kind of weird. Because like the square attack goes by pretty quick, and the triangle attack goes a little slower, which I will show off right here. This is the triangle attack, and look how many hits it took me to kill that guy off. And that was just for heavy attacks. But then again, I think he might already had damage on him anyway. Now, as you can see, there's this whole area. Some parts of it are obviously being microwaved. That's what I like to consider it as. It's just a giant microwave, basically. If you wanted to, you can throw them inside there and just kill them off that way. So I was getting tired of their crap, and I went berserk mode because, well, I was just getting tired of their crap. I don't know why, but sometimes the game likes to show that little transition into berserk mode right there that you saw. Kind of like when we were fighting the Phase 2 boss, and then we went berserk mode and showed it off that way. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I guess it's just a every once in a while thing. I don't know if it depends on how many times you use it. That's what I'm starting to think. Like, I didn't really use berserk mode for the longest time, and then I started using it again, and now it's starting to get to the point where it's your basic normal, deal. That right there, I messed up because I just let go too soon, and then the guy pushed me off, and that's what happens. They usually push you off. Some of them actually will hurt you, I think, and that's practically all they do. But man, you know, this is definitely a fun. Okay, so I did phase 3, and then I did commentary for it, and then when I got that uploaded, I started to play this phase. And of course we get another side-scroller mission, so you guys can obviously figure out what's going to go on here. It's just more platforming, and just some beat 'em up, but not really. And I like to use the ram, it's the psycho ram right there, just to get through these guys a little quicker. One hit, they're dead, easy enough, right? There's actually an achievement for that too that you can get. I think I don't know how many guys you got to go through, but you guys can probably look it up if you're playing this game yourself and you're trying to get the achievement. It's pretty easy. Just keep going through as many people as you can find, and the area, like I think it was the first side-scroller area, there's like a bunch of Hominid that do spawn in that we do kill. That's a pretty good place to do the Psycho Ram on and get like a lot of kills that way. Anyway, like I was saying before, I was doing this chapter, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm having a lot of fun, let's go do chapter 5. And so I did, and that's as far as I got right now. This one I edited before I recorded chapter 5, and I deleted phase 2's recording because I already had the video uploaded, and I figured, you know, what's the point of just leaving it on my computer and just get rid of it, you know, just in case Elgato decides to mess up. After I do this, I might just go play some Infamous because I need to start getting I need to start getting caught up on that. That's what I need to start doing. Oh my god, guys, I got another thing I want to talk about. So, if it wasn't obvious enough, Platinum Games has become one of my new favorite companies. Because, like, I didn't really play their games before. The first game I think I played was... Oh gosh, I think I started with... Rising, I think was the first one I bought. No, I think it was Bayonetta. Well, see, Bayonetta came out a long time ago and I played the demo for it. And I said to myself, this is obviously a blatant Devil May Cry ripoff. I don't like this crap. You know, it's trying to be like Devil May Cry, but it's not. It's kind of like what the Dante's Inferno God of War deal. Like, I'm like, oh, Dante's Inferno is okay. You know, it's not as good as God of War. It tried to be like it. That was obviously inspired by God of War. Bayonetta was made by the person who made Devil May Cry. So, I was being stupid. I was being picky. I put it down. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't want this game. And then 2014 was coming around, and that's when they were like, Bayonetta 2's coming out for Wii U only, and you should get it. And I'm like, you know what? It's a hack and slash, and I never got Bayonetta. I never got a chance to play Bayonetta for real. And it came with the first one. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just, you know, I'll get it. I actually have a lot of fun playing the first one. I don't know. There's some detail I don't like about the second one, and there's some things I don't like about the first one. But I do like the first one. That was pretty fun. Two's just fancy, and you know, fancy. I liked it. I actually pre-ordered it too, and you know, pre-ordered last year. And I should have jumped on the ball when I had the chance, but I didn't. Obviously, I was more of a Devil May Cry kind of nerd, and you know, that happens. I guess you can say Devil May Cry is kind of a Platinum Games game, even though it's not made by Platinum Games. There's also their previous company, which was called Clover Studios, and they had like other games like Beautiful Joe and other games I can't think of right now on the top of my head. Infinite Space, I think it was. This little area right here, as you noticed, I did use the pipe to knock them into spikes. This area, you have to knock them into spikes. I don't think you can break as much blood. In the next area, you could just kill them normally. You don't have to throw them into the obstacle or the trap, I should say, or the grinder. You don't have to throw them in there. You could just, because there's already bodies falling into the next meat grinder area, so you don't really need to worry about that. But yeah, back to Rising. You know, I think Rising was after I bought Bayonetta, I went and bought Rising because I had two Lego games, which was Lego Batman 3 and Lego Marvel, and I just didn't like Lego Marvel superheroes, and I thought Batman 3 was kind of bleh. I'm starting to think, you know, these new Lego games, because I played the Lego Star Wars games before when I was a kid. I just don't like these new Lego games. They're just, I don't know. It's the writing. There's just something about it that it sucks. The acting's okay. I just think that the writing's kind of bad. Yeah, sometimes this game lags out. You can get used to it. I don't know. I think it's just my copy, or it might be the game. The idea is to throw the enemies into that little grinder right there, but you don't have to. You just kill them off because there's already bodies, as you notice, going through it on that little conveyor belt up there. And right here, another boar comes out, and we're gonna go and kill him off. Actually, you can. There's a certain distance you can get in before your weapon breaks completely. Cause like if you hit an enemy, like on impact, your weapon will break a lot faster. And of course, if you hit a sub boss or a boss with a weapon, it'll break instantly. But there's a little bit of a distance you can actually hit them when you do like it's only for specific weapons like the the 2x4, the pipe. I think that's the only two. Yeah, that's the only two weapons that actually have a ground slam move ability, where you slam the ground with it, and you create kind of like a shockwave coming out of it. You hit the ground hard enough to where enemies in the distinctive area get hit by it. And if you do that, you can actually chip off some damage from the sub-bosses and take less damage for your weapon. I think so. Because I think when you hit the ground, I don't think it breaks your weapon. I think when you hit enemies, it deteriorates your weapon even faster. So that's the idea. Right here, I'm just going to show off the mask so we can kind of see what it is. Yeah, I think it is a skull mask. Okay. That one's, there's only, how many masks are there? There's the main one, the PS3 one. Well, there's 4 right now, obviously, because we're already 4 phases in. I think there's 6. I want to say there's 6. So I did die. You did notice there's a cut. I did die in this part. And the thing about dying in this game is you keep your blood in the previous section before you die. So, like, I killed just enough people to where I got, some extra blood, and then I died because I got pushed into one of these fans. Yeah, they're just showing you off that little text on right there on the wall. Because I never really noticed that before. I don't really pay attention when I play Splatterhouse, hardly. I just go through it and just beat up things, and yeah, that's kind of a bad way to play a game, but it's just how I am. I get distracted with my main mission at hand. I'm so concentrated on, like, I gotta go here, kill this, and I can hardly ever look around in games. So I did drop you pick up the pipe, and then I dropped it because Ham and I are obviously easy to kill. There's really no necessary need to use a weapon on them, because there's going to be zombies later, and zombies are a pain in the ass. Because the zombies actually hit me, and they knocked me into the fan. I'm not going to show it off, but they knocked me into these fans down here, and I was so pissed off. And then later we're going to get a new weapon, and I actually died in that area too, because I got, like, clobbered by enemies. There was a bluger and there were zombies, each with cleavers, and they all came at me at the same time and killed me. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck you guys. The thing I'm always worried about in this game is, like, where's my checkpoint at? Like, where did the checkpoint spawn in? Where am I going to spawn in at? How far are you going to throw me back? Because I hate going through most of this stuff again. I mean, I don't mind going through this whole game again. Of course not. It's just, I hate when you die enough and you have to go through the same thing over and over and over and over again. To me, I guess it depends on the game. If it's got a war, I get tired of it real quick. If it's a game like Splatterhouse, it doesn't really tire me out. I just get annoyed. Games like anything from Platinum is usually like, okay, well, obviously I'm gonna die. Metal Gear Rising, I don't mind dying on and going back through because I think that game's kind of fun. But Bayonetta is like, no. Now, the reason why I bring up Platinum is because, well, for one, my wallet's going to be hurting this year. Oh my god. Darksiders 2 comes out next month. And I just now found out they're making another game called, the Platinum is, making another game called Transformers Devastation, and that thing looks just frickin' ballin'. The thing is, I don't like Transformers very much. But this game obviously caught my attention. The cell shading looks so nice on it. The ability to play as different, Transformers. I'm guessing probably just only Autobots, probably. I heard that there might be Decepticons you can play as. I don't know. I don't know all the names. I've only seen the first 2 Michael Bay movies, and I've seen the cartoon, like, not enough. I didn't watch it enough. I didn't care. Well, I wasn't alive then I think they had Transformers cartoon every once in a while. I've seen it on the internet, seen a few stuff about it. Not really ever watched any of the episodes, I guess you'd say. At least I don't think I did. I didn't want to deal with this guy, so I just went berserk. I know I went by a little too quickly. Thing is, these are the only guys I think that actually have the ability to stay alive even when you think you killed them. So I get that. It's a slight rapid move. I was showing that off. I actually died on that area. As you notice, there was a cut. So I was just trying to show you guys that I bought that upgrade when I got here. And we're going to get the shotgun real quick. I'm just going to leave this little cutscene because I thought this cutscene was, pretty cool. Anyway. What the heck was I talking about? I know it's something about Transformers. Something about it. I never really watched the show. Like I said, I've seen a few stuff about it. But never really enough to where I cared. But it's definitely, it comes out next month as well, and I definitely want it. It looks so much fun. Oh yeah, the abhors. Sometimes you can kill them enough to where you think they're dead, where you chop them in half and they're still crawling. You can actually hit them once with, you can use if you use a weapon, it breaks, right? Unless it's a shotgun. The shotgun doesn't break. The shotgun breaks on it. It's not a melee weapon. If it's a melee weapon, it'll break when you hit him. If you punch him, then he will die, and then you actually get like a crap load of necro out of it. So this is Biggie Man. He appeared from the original Splatterhouse. He was a pain in the ass to kill because you have to take a shotgun with you, and you can hardly even use the shotgun that you pick up to kill him with. Because they give you a shotgun in his boss fight, but it only carries 8 bullets, and it's not enough to kill him. And he's just kind of a pain in the ass to fight. So right here, just use Berserk. Berserk is your best option against him, unless you want to listen to the Lamb of God song, which is called "Walk with Me in Hell." And I was trying to play it out as best as I could, and then in the second part of this fight, I said, "Nope, I'm done. We're just gonna kill him off with Berserk," and so I did. It's like there's only three fights with this. That's his health bar is not limited to this exactly. The thing is, he's not one of the sub-bosses. He's an actual boss, so you actually have to deteriorate his health, even though he has a sub-boss health bar. He doesn't regenerate his health, I don't think, but you have to take away his entire health bar, knock him down, and where you can get the circle prompt to come up. And you do the quick time event. That's the first one. You put him in a chokehold, and then he spawns back in, and this time he's gonna start running towards you. Your best option is just to roll. Just keep rolling out of the way. And then I whip out the good old Berserk, so I get tired of this crap. I said, you know what, this is taking way too damn long. I don't want to drag this fight out for you guys any longer than it should be. So let's go ahead and take the second phase out with Berserk mode, shall we? Like, I thought I did. I believe I did. I could have sworn I did. What's going on, Alex? What the hell are you doing? I don't know. I remember I did, yeah, right here. He chopped my arm off, and so I had to go use my splatter siphon. Picked up my arm and I used it on him, which didn't do very much damage. Yeah, that wasn't good enough. I'm said, this isn't working. It's Berserk time. So now it's time for you to stand and be liquefied. I love that line though. I know it didn't show up, but I love that line a lot. And right here, we actually get to rip his arm off and use his chainsaw against him. Use his own weapon against him. And there's 4 different things you can do with the chainsaw. X button allows you to kind of like taunt with it. Square button is just like a wide angle swipe. R1 you can hold down to kind of just mow down through it like this right here. As you can see, that's an R1 move. Triangle is you go from a vertical stance and you kind of chop downward. That's how that works. So just use a square move and just keep chopping away and you'll win instantly. It's not that hard. Just keep mashing square. But anyway, folks, it's the end of the video, and I'll see you all next time we play some more Splatterhouse and we do Phase 5, which is called The Corpse That Wouldn't Die. As always, take care, everybody.